fantasy football right around the corner. Here's a few quarterbacks I look to target draft day entering the season. The first quarterback, Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love, what a season it was for him after sitting on the bench a few years behind Aaron Rodgers before he got traded to the New York Jets. And Love, he was a top 10 quarterback easily last season. 4,159 pass yards, 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 247 rush yards, and 4 rushing touchdowns. So right now, his ADP is about 6th, 7th round is Jordan Love. And obviously, this Packer team has a lot of faith in him, giving him a monster contract and tons of guaranteed money after one great season. And we'll see if he could take even the next step entering his second season as a starter in the NFL. So like I said, last season, easily top 10 in fantasy points at the quarterback position. I know he got off to a slow start, but I like his ADP. And honestly, in my rankings, he's right up there in the top 8 or 9 going into the season. So Jordan Love, I know the weapons aren't elite. Jaden Reed, Wicks, Romeo Dubes, and we'll see if Christian Watson could stay healthy. And now out of the backfield, Josh Jacobs this season. But I still believe Jordan Love once again could go out there, and considering his upside and what he did last season, I like his ADP and what he could do on the field, making nothing into something. Next quarterback I look to target Caleb Williams of the Chicago Bears. So one of the more anticipated first overall picks in a few seasons at the quarterback position is Caleb Williams. And he's going into a perfect situation, no doubt about it, with a loaded Bears offense that revamped in the offseason. We know they had Cole Kmet and DJ Moore last season, and now Ted Keenan Allen and DeAndre Swift in the backfield, and Andunze in the draft as well. A lot of great weapons. And Caleb Williams, we know he's a little undersized, but he's got a cannon of an arm. He could make with his legs as well and go out there and make plays. And right now, his ADP for Caleb Williams is around that 9th to 11th round range, where this season quarterbacks deeper than other years. Well, last season a lot of quarterbacks came off the board early and often, and there were a lot of busts, no doubt about it, last season at the quarterback position. But I believe Caleb Williams, with all those weapons and where he can make some plays with his legs this season, definitely could be a quarterback, especially his ADP, like I said, where he has major upside and be a quarterback that could be a top 12 quarterback by the end of the season in fantasy football. And when you got receivers like DJ Moore and Keenan Allen, it just makes things even easier. Next quarterback's another rookie, Jaden Daniels of the Washington Commanders. So Daniels, so far they're saying there's a little bit of a training camp battle between Daniels and Marcus Mariota, but honestly, I just don't buy it. Daniels, obviously Heisman Trophy winner. This kid's electric. He's one of the better running quarterbacks already, not even taking a snap in a regular season game, and he's just like Caleb Williams in that 9th to 11th range area for the most part. So right now, with Cliff Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator over there in Washington, I think this offense is going to be similar to what we saw when Kingsbury was with the Arizona Cardinals. A lot of running the football with Jaden McDaniels and a lot of just different type of schemes and plays to get wide receivers open. And he's got some weapons on the offense. Terry McLaurin, obviously you got Jahan Dotson. We'll see if he could break out in the backfield. Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Eckler coming over after he left San Diego in free agency. So they got some weapons on the offense. Is this Washington Commander team? And like I said, they're going to build this offense around the Kingsbury as the offensive coordinator. So Jaden McDaniels, like I said, with his rushing ability alone, he even has potential to be a top 10 quarterback. And going into drafts, I'd be confident taking him, like I said, in that 9th to 11th round range as well, like Caleb Williams. I know the weapons aren't great, but with his legs, he can make a lot of things happen and have some breakout weeks. Daniels, next quarterback, Tua, the Miami Dolphins. So Tua, he's down there in the rankings this season for the most part, where he's a quarterback in that 9 to 12 round range is Tua. And you got amazing weapons, obviously. Tyreek Hill, best receiver in the league, in my opinion. Jalen Waddle coming off and banged up and an offseason. Raheem Mostert, Devon Kane out of the backfield. They added Odell Beckham in free agency, even though I think his best days are obviously behind them. But Tua, he got a big contract as well a few weeks ago. And this Miami Dolphin team obviously believes in him. And last season, they had a big year, 4,624 pass yards, 29 touchdowns, 14 interceptions on the season. Obviously, he's not going to give you the rushing, and it's a quick-hitting offense over here for this Miami Dolphin team, where it's a couple step drop back, quick slants, quick deep balls on fades to Tyreek Hill. And when you got two receivers, like I said, like a Tyreek Hill and Waddle, their yards after catch and playmaking ability, obviously he's just going to put points on the board for Tua. So one thing with Tua last season, I know on the road his split home road stats weren't great, but I think this season getting the contract, getting more focused, he could have more consistency. And I know he's had those 50, 60-point games as time, but this season we just got to see more consistency on the road from Tua. But as someone who could crack the top 10, top 12, I think it's definitely a possibility this season with those weapons. And him improving as a quarterback as well. He's still a young quarterback, remember, so he's definitely someone to target, especially his ADP. And the fifth and final quarterback I look to target entering draft day is CJ Stroud of the Houston Texans. So CJ Stroud, what a rookie year was for him. And now this offense, they're loaded everywhere, in my opinion, is this Houston Texan team. Stephon Diggs they traded for from the Buffalo Bills, even though I think his better days are behind him, but he still could go out there and make plays and have some big games here and there. Nico Collins had the breakout season last year. Him and Stroud have a great rapport. Tank Dell, he should be healthy and ready to go entering the season. He was electric last season in the ball games he played. Joe Mixon an upgrade in the backfield over Pierce. And Devin Singletary and Dalton Schultz had a decent first year with the Texans as well. So right now, CJ Stroud, he's going about that late 4th, early 5th round range. And Stroud, I'm high on him than other people are. Like, I got him in the top 5 in my quarterback rankings this season. So last year in his rookie year, he wasn't turning the football over. And very smart decisions, 4,108 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, only 167 rush yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. So Stroud has all the weapons. He's got a great IQ. He's got great accuracy. And to add a Stephon Diggs to that wide receiver room, and another guy could go out there and make plays, should help CJ Stroud even more. So that's a few quarterbacks I look to target draft day, going by ADP and not going by obviously the obvious quarterbacks like a Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Those are the quarterbacks people are going to go out there and always try to get in those first few rounds. So that's a few quarterbacks I look to target entering draft day in the next few weeks for fantasy football.